Hey everyone! In today's video, we are starting to transition my home to summer. I have some thrift finds to share with you and 2 easy summer DIY projects, plus tons of styling ideas. So let's get started. First, I have a little thrift haul that I wanted to share with you. Many of these finds came from a weekend of thrifting at yard sales and Goodwill, as well as a day trip to visit some antique stores that are about 30 minutes from where I live. This beautiful bowl actually came with a picture, and my friend ended up taking that and I kept the bowl. I found some beautiful coffee table books. First I found this World Atlas and then this other book full of watercolor paintings as well as a gardening book. Recently I have been searching for quilts to add to my collection. I found this adorable Sunbonnet Sue quilt on Marketplace, and then I have another one that I am going to be sharing just a little bit later in the video. Finally, we have this beautiful hurricane candle holder that I just adore. My friend found this for me and I couldn't pass this one up. We will get to styling these pieces in just a few, but first I wanted to show you how I made this adorable bow garland for my mantle. I shared a similar one last summer, but I wanted to change out the colors for this year. I have some scrap fabric and then I also use a thrifted sheet to make the bows. I do like to tear my fabric because I like the frayed edge that it gives on the bows. I cut just a little bit of the fabric to get me started and then just tear it the rest of the way. I believe I made 14 bows for my mantle, but you can adjust the number depending on how long you need the garland to be. Once you have all of your strips torn, all I do is tie them into bows, and then I use just a little bit of hot glue on the edges to put them all together. Now, to attach this to my mantle, I did use my hot glue gun, but hear me out on this one. I did test a small section on a place that was not visible, and the hot glue just pops right off after it dries. You can just tuck the bows under objects on your mantle if you didn't want to use this method, or you could even use a piece of twine and add little clothespins to hang the bows on the twine. I have shared this previously, but I have really been loving some color in my home lately. Not too much, but little pops here and there. Especially for summer, I want my home to feel bright, happy, and inviting. Red has been my go-to color, and I also have some buttercream yellow and some blues as well. I always encourage you to try something new. Even if you don't like it, you can always change it. I enjoy floral patterns and a bit of color in the summertime, so you will see those throughout my home. When I style my home and make seasonal changes, I like to make just a few swaps here and there. On my mantle, most everything stays the same, but I am adding in these thrifted bud vases with some dried chamomile. I wanted to add some fresh flowers to these, but I just didn't have a chance to pick anything up, so I went with what I already had on hand for now. These Blackberry stems are some of my favorites for summer, and I have had these probably for 4 years now. I think when I shared them the last time, I looked for a link for them and I wasn't able to find them. They are from Kirkland's, and if by chance I can find them, I will link them for you. I also wanted to quickly show you how easy it would be to switch the flowers out for some flags around the 4th of July. Here is the other sunbonnet Sue quilt I wanted to share. I adore this pattern on quilts. I think it is just so sweet. I keep most of my quilt collection in my antique hutch and decided to hang this one on one of the doors so that you could see the pattern on it. To finish styling this cozy corner, I am adding these blueberry stems that are from Michael's with the flowers that I already had in the hanging basket. In my home, pieces that have meaning find special places where they can be seen often. This quilt was my mom's and she recently gave it to me. I keep these baskets in front of my fireplace in the warmer months because we aren't using the fireplace at all. And then I move them to a corner when it is cold and we need to be using the fireplace more. I am someone who loves pillows on the couch. I just loved the cozy and laid back feeling that they give, but I do know that not everybody likes the spinny, so make sure you style your couch in a way that works well for your home. They do get tossed on the floor from time to time, but that doesn't really bother me. I am mixing some floral patterns here with some stripes. I like to vary the size of my pillows on my couch, and then I am also adding in this beautiful thrifted quilt. One thing I try to do is find ways to disconnect from social media from time to time. Having a record player is a way to do that and enjoy music that doesn't require the use of a device. One of my favorite bands is the Goo Goo Dolls, and that is actually what I have playing on the record player right now. It's just a fun and different way to disconnect a bit. This may be the unpopular opinion, but summer is actually my favorite time of the year. While I love Christmas time, the winter is not really my favorite, but summer is everything that I love. The warm weather, the sunshine, the flowers, and gardening. Be sure to stay tuned for Cozy Chats this week. I have a few sneak peeks of my garden and all the work that I have been doing out there. I have big plans for my flowers this year. I am actually considering selling market-style bouquets in a little flower pop-up shop right out front of my home and see how things go this summer. Flowers just make my heart sing, and I would love to be able to share that with others. In the meantime, let's finish styling my coffee table. I kept a few of the elements that I had here the same to include some of the books and the flower arrangement that I shared in a previous video. I added in some of my new thrifted books and this beautiful antique bowl. I filled it with a mix of thrifted shells and then a bunch that we collected on our trip to Topsail Island a couple years ago. I wanted to share this cozy little corner that got a bit of an update inspired by an Instagram friend of mine. Now, this project might not be one that is for everyone. I have a very open concept main living area, and while I love open concept living, sometimes I want my spaces to feel just a bit cozy. So I used this cabinet to create a bit of separation between my kitchen and my living room, and next week I will actually share the other side of it, which is a faux wall that my husband made for me. I have one last easy little DIY I wanted to share, and it is this Pennant Banner that I wanted to hang on the cabinet that I was just talking about. I used some more of the same fabric that I used to make the Bow Garland, and this time I just traced some triangles and then used some pinking shears to cut out the triangles. Right in the middle of working out this project, a storm rolled through, so everything got so dark in the living room, so I do apologize for that. But anyways, all I am using to hang up the fabric here is a piece of twine and some mini clothespins. Here is a final look at how everything came together. In this week's Cozy Chats, I wanted to take you out to the garden and show you how things are going so far this year. I was out there for several days straight, probably digging over 100 tiny holes for all of my seeds and seedlings. I worked on a new layout in my garden as well. Sadly, we had to remove the wood playhouse that we had back here. We had a huge wasp problem, and they were absolutely relentless when it came to building the nests. My husband would go out there and remove a nest, and the next day they would have one started. And we're not talking about one nest, we're talking about several nests all up in the kids' playhouse, and they were never able to play out there because they were constantly nest. So we made the decision to go ahead and take it down. Luckily, the girls do have another playhouse over on our patio. This year, I expanded the space in my garden where I plant almost all of my cut flowers, and then I added a bunch of new perennials that will flower every year, so I'm super excited about that. I am really looking forward to sharing with you all of the progress that I have been making and all of the flowers that are going to be blooming this summer. Here I am working on planting a bunch of snapdragon seedlings, and then you can see kind of above where I'm working right now, there is a maroon kind of purplish looking seedling. Those are called velvet curtain amaranth, and I have never grown these before, so I'm looking forward to seeing how those progress in the garden. As always, I hope that you got some inspiration for your home here. If you are new, I hope that you will subscribe and stay a while. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you in the next video.